What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the series How to Get Better at Photography. In this video, we're going to help you improve your photography with a little concept called filling the frame. Many photographers make this simple mistake where they think that their entire subject needs to be visible inside their frame. What ends up happening when you do this is you zoom too far out and you lose those up and close personal details with your subject. So today we're going to give you a few quick tips on what you can do to change your photography so that way you can fill the entire frame. So let's go! All right, first and foremost, the absolute best advice I can give you when filling the frame is simply experiment. Whenever you're out there shooting, try a bunch of different things. So that way when you're all done shooting and you go to edit, you have a bunch of variations and a lot of different options for the photos you took. The last thing that you want to happen is you end up going home and editing 100 of the exact same photos and there's no differences between any of them. So try a bunch of different things and experiment as much as you can. I recommend start a little bit further out. That way your subject is inside the frame, but slowly work your way in into where your subject is just completely taking over the entire frame. That way you have a bunch of different depths and focal lengths when you start your editing process. The second best advice I can give you with this concept is simply this: focus on the most interesting part of your subject. Take this alligator for example. Right now, if you look at it, we got the whole alligator in the frame and we've taken a picture of an alligator. But that's all you end up getting is simply just a picture of an alligator. Instead, if we started to look at the most interesting features of that alligator and focus on them, the photos we take also become more interesting. For example, let's zoom in and get nice and close and look at those alligator's teeth. Now with this shot, you can really see a cool, interesting feature of this animal. It still shows off the subject that it's an alligator, but instead of it just being a photo of an alligator, it's something really interesting and it's a part of the alligator's teeth. That makes your photo a lot more professional, but also a lot more interesting to view. Here's another great example. Take a look at this portrait. Now there's nothing wrong at all with this portrait. This is a great shot, the lighting is awesome. However, this person kind of just is floating in the middle of the frame and it just looks like a picture of a person. But instead, if we zoom in and we crop in right nice and tight on those beautiful eyes, it tells a whole different story and it brings a lot more artistic interest into this photograph. The next big piece of advice I can give you when trying to fill the frame of your photography is utilize a good background. A lot of times your subject isn't going to take up the entire frame. So what you can do is you can utilize things that are in the background to actually be part of the composition. Take this dinner plate for example. We got a beautiful steak dinner here on this plate. But as you can see, just the plate and the steak dinner alone don't give that much artistic view to the viewer. However, if we incorporate part of the table and what's there as a part of the background into the photograph, all of a sudden you have this beautiful composition of this steak dinner. Now you've photographed a beautiful artistic steak dinner. So try to remember to use these tips when you're out there taking photos. Fill that entire frame up and really make that subject the star of the show. This is not only going to help your photos look a lot more professional, but it's also going to make them a lot more interesting and artistic to look at for the viewer. This concept is especially important in today's times because most of the media we view is on a phone, and phones have teeny tiny little screens. So what that means is it's really hard for that subject to really pop out through the screen and be big and bold. So whenever you fill the frame, it's no longer just a small little subject sitting in the middle of your photograph, but instead it's going to pop out and be exciting and artistic to the viewer. As always, we thank you for watching and we humbly ask that you subscribe to the channel and help support us. We're going to continue to work on videos that are going to help you to improve your photography over time. And if you got something out of this video, that would be awesome if you hit the like button, and you can even share it with someone that you think could also learn from this concept. You guys are awesome and we always appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for watching. I'm Lucas with Melon Photography and we'll see you next time.